Last year alone, I made over $1.5 million in my business. I spoke on stage, I achieved my dream physique, I retired my mom, and in fact, I even traveled a ton. Most people just dream of goals, and maybe even some people have habits, but almost no one has a system in place. Look, it's one thing to set goals, but it's another thing to keep your focus throughout the whole year. That's exactly what we're going to cover here today. Plus, I'll even give you for free my entire war map planning system and template that you can download with one click. And once you learn about step 4, everything will come together nicely and fit like a puzzle, and it'll all make sense.
All right, so let's dive into the template that I've been using for many, many years now, and I'll show you exactly how it works. The first thing we have to do is write down our annual goals. And as you can see, those are listed nicely here at the very top. And the reason we do this is because there was a Dominican University study that said when you write down your goals, it increases the chances of you achieving them by 42%. Now, that's probably not crazy news, but what I did find interesting was that Harvard Business School released a study that said when you write down milestones that you need to get to your main goal and you actually achieve them, and when you see yourself tangibly getting stuff done slowly but surely towards that main goal, it actually boosts your motivation and it boosts your likelihood of achieving that end goal, which is why we don't want to stop here. This is what most people do. I want to lose 30 pounds this year in 2025, and this is completely wrong. What we want to do is go over right here and open up the quarterly goals. And when you open that up, what I invite you to do is to take that main goal, whether it's money or losing weight or anything else that it could be, break it down into 4 quarters and break it down slowly so you can see yourself achieving everything. Not only that, but then I want you to write down what are your needle mover activities. What is that main thing that you need to do in your life, in your business to actually achieve those goals? So for example, if you have a money goal, maybe you want to get to $10,000 a month or $20,000 a month or $100,000 a month, you want to break this down right here. Find that one thing in your business. In my company, which is a agency, the main thing is getting clients, signing on clients, finding clients, and closing clients. And as we test different things, right, experiments, things like Facebook ads, or let's test email outreach and SMS outreach or anything else that you might be doing, we put this all under experiments/things to test, which is extremely powerful. Now, things to learn/improve on, this is more so a reflection of the past quarter, maybe even the past year. So what did you do last year that was not productive? And I want you to write that down right here. And it's just as important to have this because we all have bad habits and sometimes you fall back into that. This will give you something that's clear as day. When you review this every morning, you'll see exactly what to do and what not to do. And the cool thing is you can now keep yourself accountable with all those goals. For example, end of quarter review. Now you can tangibly write down, okay, goal number 1, 2, and 3. What percentage am I closer to this goal, right? What worked in the last quarter? What worked in the last 3 months? What didn't work? How can I improve? What should I continue doing? What should I start? So instead of waiting till the very end of the year to review your work, review your progress, and really, procrastinate in the last 2 months of the year to try to hit that weight loss goal or to try to hit that income goal, you can now do it as you go. And if you're slipping and you're not quite getting to where you want to go, you can fix it before the end of the year and steer that ship back on course. And then down here, I just have a section for overall thoughts so you can journal and write about your past 3 months, how they went, and just general overarching insights or habits maybe that you picked up or anything that you want to talk about, you can write down here. Now, also, if you actually click into the goal, it's going to ask you, what is your motivation? Why do you want to hit this goal? Chances are you don't want to achieve your goal just for yourself. There's other people involved. And when you can add different pressures onto yourself as to why you need to hit this, it actually increases your likelihood. For example, for me, when I was hitting my goals, I hit a glass ceiling for a while. There was a few years that I was stuck at around $20,000 to $30,000 per month, and I started traveling and I was living this life. And it wasn't until I sat down and realized one of my main goals is to retire my mom, is to help my family. And I needed to make more money in order to do that. And that gave me a new goal, and it gave me something else that I can work towards. So it's not just about me. It's not just for myself. And chances are for you, if you have a monetary goal, there's other people in your life that you want to benefit from that. Who is that? Is that your family? Is that your wife, your husband, your significant other, maybe your kids, maybe your parents? It could be anyone. Write this down here, because now it makes it so powerful in your mind. And I promise you, when you have that external pressure, you will work harder. And then you're going to take that and break it down to 4 quarters like we talked about. And if you catch yourself slipping, meaning you don't hit your first quarter goal, what you can do is then adjust your Q2, adjust your quarter 3 and 4 based on what you were able to hit. So don't keep the goals the same, right? Make a more realistic goal. This should be an ever evolving process. If your goal is to get to $20,000 per month at the end of the year, let's say, but you don't hit your first goal of, let's say, $5,000 a month, all online from your laptop, then your quarterly 2 goal, let's say you only got to about $2,000 per month. So maybe your quarter 2 goal, instead of making it $10,000 per month, it should just be $6,000 or maybe $7,000 per month. And this way, you can adjust it as you go. Once you set those yearly goals, you can also go up here and fill this out. And the reason I added this little description section is because it gives you that burst of motivation when you first log in and when you look at this every single morning before you get started. It tells you your quarterly 1 goal right here. Then below that, it could say personal goal. This is very personal to you. Move out of your current apartment, move out of your mom's house, quit your current job and replace your income, right? Then we have financial. So grow my business to $10,000, $20,000 per month, all online remotely. Then you have your mission, achieve financial time and location freedom. Maybe your mission is to free your significant other from working. Maybe it's to free your mom or your dad. Anything that you'd like. Now for the theme, I want you to think of a movie character or maybe someone that you've studied in the past that you admire. So this could be something like Monk Mode Growth Year. This is you developing certain character traits that will aid you in your goals, which could be laser monk mode like focused, calm attitude under pressure like Batman when he's fighting crime. Anything that you want your character to be, you can place right here under this year's theme. Next on our template is the weekly goals and the weekly logs, but let's skip that for a second so I can show you the whole front page. So top 20% activities. What this means, let's say you're growing a software with services business, which is what we teach, which is still what I do to this day. You want to write down your top 20% activities, and I even highlight them green, right? Send DMs on Instagram, LinkedIn, set more appointments, close more appointments. That 20% of activities, that means 80% of your results. And in our business, that's just finding clients, signing on more clients, and then delivering amazing results. And so I write that here just to get that constant reminder every single day on where my goals are and exactly what I need to do. Now, this is a relatively new addition, and I just put a life expectancy calendar on here because at least for me, this motivates me. I like seeing that there's about 514 months left before I am 80 years old. Now, what you can do is you can change this calculator, right? Based on, change the date field to adjust the calculator and just find the time that you actually turn 80 and put that in the dates field right here. You can do this with Google or just use ChatGPT and it will adjust all the numbers for you. This motivates me. I like seeing this, knowing I don't have unlimited time. I have to hit my goals. I have to do what I set out because we're not going to live forever. So this is a nice little thing here. Now, as we scroll down, these are your main projects. So I just put in some samples here. Maybe you want to buy a rental property. Most of you only have 1 or 2. Maybe you have your main job or you have school, and then you have this side business that you want to turn into a full-time career. And so you can put that in here just so you get a visual on all the things in your life life that you are working on. And as you scroll down here, we have notes. So this is where you can add all your own custom things. If you want to add a health routine, I added a little section in here, but if there's anything else you want to talk about or see every single day, this could be pictures that motivate you. This could be a picture of your family so you know why you're working. This could be anything. Drop it in below. Now, there is a habit tracker on here as well. So for example, if you click into that, we have all the days right here where you can check off the different habits. You can change the text in here and make it anything you want and just check it off every single day. Did I get 7 hours of sleep? Meditation, deep work, time blocks. This is one of my favorites. This means every single day you have to do deep work. You have to work for 2-3 hours minimum. Even if you have a job and you have school, I was doing this, you can do at least 1 or 2 hours of deep work every single day. And you just check that off as you go. And I promise you, just this action of checking things off does something to your brain. It makes you more motivated. When you see that you have a day streak, a week streak, this motivates you and it gets you to keep going. Video games pry on this. Why are people so addicted to video games? It's because they see the tangible progress. Even if they suck, they see themselves leveling up and unlocking certain things. So now let's head back and let's actually look at the monthly log here. We broke your goals down from yearly down to quarterly. From here, we have to break them down into monthly goals. So let's just click on January as an example. Now here, you can put new tasks for this month. What do you need to hit this month to achieve your goals? And we also have the weekly log in here as well. Calendar, I don't really use this feature, but you could, if you'd like, you can sync up a calendar here and you can have that show up. All the habits that we just talked about also appear here in the calendar section, but what I really like is this journal section below all of this. So at the end of each month, it'll be a Saturday or Sunday. Just take 2 or 3 hours and just journal on what you did in the past month, right? Journal on what worked, what didn't. Again, we constantly want to improve and work on the things that we set out. This is how you actually achieve goals, right? What are you proud of? What are the things that you're grateful for? So go in and convert those quarterly goals into monthly goals. And as you set these goals, as we go more in depth into these goals, it's more important than ever to set actual tangible goals. For example, don't go into one of the weeks here, okay? Let's make this full screen and set a goal of I'm going to make $1,000 this week. I'm going to make $500. It sounds sexy, but I promise you this is not a good goal. A better goal would be I'm going to reach out to 500 business owners this week, right? What does that look like per day? That's 100 people per day, Monday through Friday. That is a tangible goal that you can sit down and actually hit. So make sure you hit that. Now, from there, we have a major task. I found that if you set 1 or 2 major things for the week, this is the best way to do it. So yes, we are going to have daily goals. We have monthly goals. We have quarterly goals, but then break it down to weekly goals, right? Let's say send 500 outreach messages. Put that in here, and now you can actually have something to aim towards. So when you're making your Monday goal, let's call it right here, 100 IGDMs to chiropractors, right? So you have that as a goal. Now, this is something you can actually tangibly sit down and do. It's not intangible. I'm going to make X amount of dollars. That's good for annual goals, but then we have to break them down. Now, what I typically do is I will sit down on Sunday and plan out my week. So I set all the goals right here on Sunday, and then I also break them down to rough daily goals. So typically I plan my day from 8 a.m. to about 2 or 3 p.m., but I end up working till 6 or sometimes later if it requires, because things come up in your day. I like to set 2 time blocks in a day. I set one from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. and then from 10 to 12. And during this time, during this period, I like to be completely uninterrupted, right? No one's texting me, no one's calling me, you're on do not disturb, and you're doing your most important task. And I highly recommend you do this as well. This is gonna be the best way to focus. You're not gonna sit here and get all your goals done if your phone keeps vibrating next to you and you're checking it. Oh, it's just 1 second, I'm just gonna check my Instagram. No, you can't do any of that. You have to sit, no phone, no anything, do not disturb, laptop, phone. Maybe your phone's in the other room and you are sitting here working. So that's that. Now, as you're making your weekly goals as well, what I found is having a learning theme per week works extremely well. If you are working on, let's say, outreach or, getting clients, maybe what you need to be doing is reading a sales book. So find a sales book, and just anytime you want to learn anything, stick to that theme. Don't learn about sales on Monday and then learn about, I want to learn how to do Facebook ads. So I'm learning Facebook ads on Tuesday. And then Wednesday, I want to learn how to play the violin. Don't do that. Just focus on one thing at a time. And then your brain can really hyper focus on that. I mean, you might even start dreaming about the things that you are learning, because that's how powerful it is. Your subconscious mind will continue working on this, and you'll continue improving on the skill that you actually want. And then there's a last section that says, what can I improve? And this is just a reflection from last week. Again, the way you get better is by improving what you previously did. Athletes all know this. What do they do? What do UFC fighters do? Boxers, they rewatch old tapes. NFL athletes, everyone rewatches old plays. They watch how they played, they learn from that, and then they get better. And for some reason, people think it's different for us, but it's not. Maybe last week you had an average of 5 hours a day of screen time on your phone, and that's what you have to improve. Maybe you scrolled Instagram for 3 hours a day or 2 hours a day, or TikTok or whatever, even though TikTok's banned in the US right now. So find what you can improve and get better on that. And as you set these goals, the cool thing is you'll be able to see all the major tasks, and you can see your progress slowly but surely every single week. And as you fill out the different questions for quarterly and monthly, you'll notice yourself getting closer. Sometimes it's demotivating when you're putting in so much work and so much effort towards something, but you're not seeing results. But at least with a template like this, you can see the tangible progress that you are putting in with the habit tracker, right? With the different outreach messages. Maybe you got 1 client, 2 clients, but your monthly goal was to get 5 clients or 6 clients. You can still track that progress and keep on pushing, and also identify what you must learn to actually improve. Is it sales? Is it fulfillment? Is it Facebook ad? And you'll see there's different seasons for all of these things. If you're getting clients and then losing them quick, then you have to read more on how to do client management. You have to understand more, maybe watch more videos, maybe speak to different coaches on how to improve that certain segment of your life. Now, let me show you how to get this template completely for free. I had to build this myself because after scouring the internet for a good Notion template that could help me plan my life and hit all my goals, I built this myself. I found a bunch of different ones, and I took all the best things that I've seen from every single one, plus my own things that I've learned, and I created this, and now you can use it as well. So the first thing you want to do is go over to laptopceo.com, and right after you go to that page and you opt in to the course, you're going to get access to this right here. Now, not only is this my actual business model that you can learn from, if you just want the template, you can scroll down here under bonus. You can hit best agency and AI money-making tools right here, and it will give you a spreadsheet that will look like this. Once you click on that spreadsheet, you can see it down here under Notion, and here is the link. Once you click that link, it'll look like this, and all you have to do is at the top right, you just hit duplicate. Notion's completely free. You don't have to pay for any of these tools. Just hit duplicate, and then you can go in and edit all of this to fit your needs, to fit your life, to fit your business, customize it any way you want. If you want to see how I actually make money in my agency, you could check out this video next.